Hi everybody, Gary Williams, reconnecting with friends and colleagues all over the world who are in the artistic world, just to see how we're all coping with this crazy coronavirus situation. And the lady waiting very patiently there is Clemmie Haynes, part of the booking team for the Crazy Coqs. Hi Clemmie, how are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm very well. That sounded like a slightly reserved okay, like a showbiz okay. Have you had the virus? Do you know anybody who has?
Well, actually, so I have two flatmates and I also live with my boyfriend, and I'm pretty sure one of my flatmates had it quite badly. Yeah. And then she self-isolated in her room for like 7 days. And then my boyfriend felt really unwell for about 2 weeks. Yeah. So I avoided him.
No kisses for
And
him.
then, exactly. And then my other flatmate didn't feel very well either, but I didn't have anything. So
So what you're
maybe
saying
it
is
has been
you're
around.
superhuman.
Exactly. Basically, my immune system is just
It's just
amazing, and
off
I
the
avoided
scale.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad you're feeling okay, and I hope your flatmates.
yeah,
I mean, is she all right? Is she dealing with just feeling unwell, but nothing too serious?
yeah. That was actually right at the beginning, so it was about a month and a half ago now, and everything's fine now. So fingers crossed, it's been around, and no one will be ill anymore.
So, what is your
So,
actual job title?
so I am production coordinator, and I also do some of the programming with James for the Crazy
James
Coqs.
Albrecht. So, James Albrecht is, I guess, in charge of deciding who is going to be performing at the Crazy Coqs.
Yeah, so he's a director at Fane, and he also looks over the Crazy Coqs programming. But more and more now, I look after the programming myself.
You.
So yeah, it's exciting. So yeah,
It's
it's a
crazy, actually,
team.
just to
It's
give
a
people an
team
idea.
programming.
Oh, sorry, say that again.
I say it's a team programming. We program it together.
Right. So just to give people an idea of, the size of the operation that we're talking about, in a year, approximately how many shows are you booking in at that one small venue?
So there are two shows a night, apart from on Monday, where there's only one show, and there's a matinee on a Sunday. So that's two shows a week throughout the year. Oh God, how many does that make? I'm not very
Well,
good
I
with
guess it's going to
maths.
like
Two,
12 shows a year, 10, there's, yeah, 10, 11, 12, isn't it? Or
so
did you say it's dark on Monday?
yeah, so one show on Monday, and then every other day has two shows. So it's like
Oh,
it can
okay.
be.
And sometimes you have three shows, occasionally.
Sometimes we have three shows. Yeah, we can have three shows on Sundays. We do 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and sometimes 9:15 p.m.
And that's happening for most weeks of the year. So let's say a lot of shows. That's a lot of shows and a lot of
It's a
artists that
lot
you're
of
dealing
shows.
with. I mean, it must be we're not here to sort of big up the Crazy Coqs, but I mean, I was thinking this before I connected with you today, that it must be one of the most successful cabaret rooms literally in the world, right? Partly because there aren't that many of them anyway, and it is very successful at what it does.
It is. It's very successful, and we have artists coming from all around the world to come and perform at our, little 80-seat venue, cabaret venue. So yeah, it's definitely a very successful venue, whether it be in the West End or in the world.
And there
Yeah.
are lots of people like me, sort of people that have been around on the cabaret circuit for a long time, West End performers, but you do also get quite well-known names performing there as well. Just for the people that don't know the venue, just name drop a few for us, just to give us a bit of context.
Yeah, so recently we had Rob Brydon, who did a week with us at Crazy Coqs. Every year, if not twice a year, we have Lorna Luft come over. We had Julian Clary, Maria Friedman, yeah, some
I
people
think
like
that'll
that.
do.
Amazing names.
So
Yeah.
tell me, I mean, when you're clearly working from home right now. So when this thing all hit, I mean, it must have been just hell on earth in your offices. I mean, tell me what, I mean, what, what was it like? What was the sort of the vibe?
Yeah, it was awful, and it was also, I was really sad. I just thought it was so sad because so we stopped shows from the 17th of March onwards, and that was the day before French Fest. which is a festival we have every year where we have a celebration of French culture. People come over from France, and it's just a lovely week. And that couldn't go ahead, and it was just so sad for everyone involved. And that was awful. But then generally the vibe was just, it was kind of, let's see, we'll take it day by day. Maybe, you know, in a month we'll be open again. But, you know, we all knew that realistically it was going to last longer than we initially thought. So it was just so sad, frustrating for the artists, for the audience, you know, who had booked shows. But we did try and keep our spirits up. And I think we've been generally quite positive about the whole thing.
Because there are so many people involved, aren't there? And, you know, so many musicians and all of the staff at the venue as well. And I'm sure you had to have a lot of difficult and, draining conversations with a lot of people. You must have been an exhausting period for you when you were right in the middle of that, cancelling everything.
Yeah, it's horrible because you feel like you're letting people down, even though, you know, they know that it's what's best and it's not our fault. And, but yeah, it's horrible, and it still is, you know, because we've had to cancel March, April, and May, and who knows about June. So I could still have some horrible conversations to have, but honestly, all artists have been so gracious and understanding. It's so lovely.
And what are the things you've been doing with these artists and the people that have performed and your Crazy Coqs regulars? Is you've created a new YouTube channel, I think.
Yes, we have. We've created Stay at Home with Crazy Coqs, which is a YouTube channel, which only started last week, and it's going great.
Yeah.
So we upload videos to our YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The content can be past performances from the Crazy Coqs or exclusive content that artists have recorded during isolation.
Right.
Yeah, and it can be extracts from shows or full recordings. Full recordings is best because, you know, it just allows the audience to sit back, relax, and watch a show as if they were at the Crazy Coqs.
It's really,
so yeah,
really good. And I have caught some of them already, and it's I mean, you're using footage which is of great quality, and it's so nice because I miss the venue and people that go there, not just as performers, but, you know, people go there. You've got so many regular clients that go and see the show.
Yeah.
It's so great to watch your footage. Okay, it's not as good as being there, but it's not far off. We can put our feet up at home. We can make ourselves a cocktail, get a beer or whatever,
exactly.
and watch a show, and we can sort of imagine that we're there.
Exactly. That's what the aim is that the audience can sit back, have a cocktail, like you say, probably not as good as the ones at Crazy Coqs, but you know, and sit back and watch a show.
Bit cheaper.
Go on.
A bit cheaper to make your own.
Probably.
Probably a little bit. So have you any idea how, I mean, what's your feeling for when this thing might be over? I mean, of course, nobody knows, but I mean, you guys you're sort of tentatively thinking maybe June, July, or maybe, I mean, what are you putting your money on? And of course, nobody knows. So I know, we're going to say, well, Clemmie said, Mr. Prime Minister, Clemmie said.
No.
What do you guys think? What's the feeling?
So obviously we're rescheduling as many shows as we can to the end of the year, and we're rescheduling from August onwards. So mostly that's our autumn winter season. Hopefully we'll be able to go ahead. We're not looking at July yet. I'm not rescheduling anything into July because just a bit scared about that. And June normally would have already gone on sale, and it hasn't yet, so we're holding back, and I think by next Monday we'll make a decision on June.
How far ahead do you normally book the room?
Oh god, we can go up to, I'm already booking next year, I can go up to 12 months in advance.
Wow. Yeah. So if people want to connect with this YouTube channel, or just sort of generally see what's going on, what's the easiest way?
So all the information about our YouTube channel is on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, or they can just go onto YouTube and write Stay at Home with Crazy Coqs, and they'll fall on the landing page. And I suppose one important thing to say, which I didn't mention, is that linked to our YouTube page is a Just Giving page, where you can donate to help musicians, which is a charity that, you know, brings help and support to musicians during, you know, a time of crisis. You don't have to, but the option is there. If not, you can just enjoy it. It's free, but yeah, there's the option to donate.
Yeah, that's a nice thing, isn't it? Because, I mean, so many people, including musicians and people in the arts, are really struggling now, but not everybody. Some people are still okay. And if they're able to, enjoy the content and help out some of the people that have provided it, it would be very helpful, because a lot of musicians really are struggling, aren't they?
I know. Yeah, it's horrendous. Honestly, I just can't. Oh, it's horrible. That's why we set up this landing page, the Just Giving page, so that, yeah, the option was there and we can help out where we can.
Yeah, nice. I'm sure lots of people will feel compelled to do that. Clemmie, it's so nice to talk to you. Keep well. Stay away from your boyfriend.
I will. Good advice.
just for a little bit longer. Just for a little bit longer. Take care, and I can't wait to see you when all of this is over, back in the venue, and we shall share a few cocktails together and make a little.
We will, for sure. Absolutely. Thank you so much.